What's up, YouTube, Facebook community? What's up with y'all? Thought I'd go live tonight. Being that, the end of the world is near, I'm very happy because I know the Most High and his son is coming. So I'm very happy about that. But it's going to be some people that's not going to be happy. I did not prepare a video for the current events, but one of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite people that I look up to, that is very well grounded in the Most High uh, of the God of Israel is made this video, and I will be playing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it now. Like I said, as the title goes, if you love while you still can, settle those grudges with the people. If you're still worried about gang stalking, I'm pretty sure that should be the last thing that you're worried about. You still worried about people, you know, sabotaging you, which is, I mean, everybody worries about that, but you still worried about that. I'm telling you like this, man. What we all been waiting for is coming right now, and that is judgment upon the wicked. So I can't wait. I'm gonna go ahead and share this video. Um, if you have an opportunity, please hit the like button. But I wish, I was in a better place. I would have probably made a video on this very subject, but the Most High, I wasn't even gonna go live tonight, but I just want to share this video with y'all so y'all can check this out, man. Hopefully, it wake you up, man. What's going on in the world? You still hung up, man. You still think you're not saved. You're going to hell. That's on y'all, man. Hopefully this video will help you. But let me share my screen. Check this out. It's from, like I said, one of my favorite YouTubers, the Truth Unedited, dropped this video today. I was watching it before I came home today, and I thought I would like to share it with you guys. So um, let me mute my.
Russia will be held accountable if it invades. And it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, et cetera. But if they actually do what they're capable of doing with the force amassed on the border, it is going to be a disaster for Russia if they further invade Ukraine, and that our allies and partners are ready to impose severe cost and significant harm on Russia and the Russian economy. And, we're going to fortify our NATO allies. I told them on the eastern flank, if in fact he does invade, I've already shipped over $600 million worth of sophisticated equipment, defensive equipment to the Ukrainians. The cost of going into Ukraine in terms of physical loss of life for the Russians, they'll be able to prevail over time, but it's going to be heavy. It's going to be real. It's going to be consequential. In addition to that, Putin has a stark choice. He either de-escalation or diplomacy, a confrontation of the consequences. And look, I think you're going to see, for example, if they invade, they're going to pay. Their banks will not be able to deal in dollars.
There are major things happening right now in this world that are not being properly communicated to the majority of the world. They are, of course, mentioned, and the media does tell everyone that these issues are building. But the intensity that the storyline is escalating does not seem to be in the awareness of the general public. The world is being pushed into world conflict. The governments of the world are preparing their forces and sending out their troops. They're not only focused on COVID. They are making preparations militarily and financially. There are a bunch of major moves that have been escalating continuously since December of last year, 2021. It is important that we have our eyes opened and live within proper expectations. Because if you live with blinders on to all of this, you are simply living in a world that is waiting to be blindsided. And those that live like that run a huge risk of being overcome. It is better to live with knowledge and understanding, not to be asleep, but awake. You want to be proactive rather than reactive. It is important to understand what is going on in this world. They are planning to escalate the situation in Ukraine to war, which will spill into massive conflict that will change the world forever. With every mention of inflation, the dollar is collapsing very fast. It is important to understand what is happening and what it means for the world, so that these agendas do not steer you into the darkness that is meant to take everyone into their new world. You must be awake and aware. So we need to discuss what is happening with the conflict in Ukraine. Let's begin. Okay, so last month in December, I spoke about these war drums being beaten. Since I made that video, things are of course not de-escalating. They have been escalating tremendously. If you remember, in late November, it was being said that Russia was amassing troops at its border with Ukraine.
Ukraine's defense minister says Russia could be planning to invade his country as soon as next month. The top military official says intelligence shows nearly 100,000 Russian troops in Crimea right now. Russia invaded Crimea and took control of the region in 2014. The Kremlin says Crimea has historically been aligned with Russia, but Ukraine says the region was effectively stolen. Either way, the troop buildup near the border is getting the U.S. and other Ukrainian allies to take notice. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned Moscow there would be, quote, severe costs in the event of an escalation.
Like I said, things have not simmered down, but they have escalated. And I think it is important to go through a full timeline of what has occurred since December up until now, because this is something that they are not doing. During the time of that last video, Putin was drawing up his red lines.
Мы куда идем-то? Зачем мы это все это делаем? Вот это создание таких угроз для нас и есть красные линии. Но я надеюсь, что до этого не дойдет.
Okay, you see. So let's review what has happened since that last video was made and Putin made those red lines. Shortly after that video, Biden said he's not accepting Putin's red lines.
Now to President Biden, who now says he will not accept Vladimir Putin's red line in Ukraine as Russia increases troops along the border.
What I am doing is putting together what I believe will be the most comprehensive and meaningful set of initiatives to make it very, very difficult for Putin to go ahead and do what people are worried he may do. But that's in play right now.
Now, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki would not elaborate much on that. She said they are considering economic tools, economic sanctions. When she was asked if any of those initiatives are military in nature, she sidestepped.
So just a few days later, Biden and Putin held this virtual diplomatic conversation that was very clearly made for political theater. After this call, here in the United States, they propped up Joe Biden as playing hardball with Putin.
We're going to turn now to the high-stakes showdown with Russia. They're massing troops near Ukraine's border, and President Biden, in a video meeting, warned President Putin of serious consequences if he launched an invasion.
When this was all over, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan called the meeting useful, but he says the White House still doesn't believe Putin has decided whether he will invade Ukraine. So officials are now saying the president laid out the consequences if Putin does decide to go through with this. We're talking about everything from strong economic measures to sending more weapons and military supplies to the region. As for American troops, Sullivan is telling me they expect allies to request additional support from troops in the region and that the U.S. will help. So here's where we are right now, George. Both the Kremlin and the White House say aides on both sides are going to continue this conversation, and President Biden is expected to speak with the president of Ukraine tomorrow.
Shortly after this, the G7 nations met and said they were completely unified against Russia invading Ukraine.
A festive welcome to Liverpool, belying the deadly serious nature of this meeting. G7 foreign ministers gathering while a crisis is growing over Russia and Ukraine. Britain's Foreign Secretary Liz Truss urging her counterparts to show unity.
We need to defend ourselves against the growing threats from hostile actors, and we need to come together strongly to stand up to aggressors who are seeking to limit the bounds of freedom and democracy.
Aggressor number one is Russia. It's now thought to have at least 100,000 troops on or near its border with Ukraine. And inside Ukraine, Russian-backed rebels are preparing for deepening hostilities, while their patron in Moscow keeps the world guessing. Vladimir Putin may be a seasoned veteran of realpolitik. The foreign ministers of the world's leading democracies aren't. 5 of the 7 meeting here have been in the job for less than a year. There's a lot at stake here. Can the G7 find the unity to deter Russia from aggression in Ukraine? But it's not just Russia. This is a test for the West that China and Iran will also be watching closely. But so far, the G7 seems to be having trouble finding its voice. As they left, only the EU's foreign policy chief talked to cameras, claiming G7 unity on Russia.
Today has been the occasion for the big democracies in the world to stand together behind Ukraine, supporting its sovereignty and its territorial integrity in front of any challenge, any threat that can come from Russia.
If Russia is to listen, the G7 will need their message to be clearly heard.
So after the meeting, they worked on doing just that and began to escalate the rhetoric from the different world governments.
As we see Russian forces massing on the Ukrainian border, can we be reminded that Russia is also continuing cyber attacks, attempted assassinations, using gas as a political weapon, holding illegally territory in the Crimea, in Georgia, intimidating the West, and interfering in Western elections? How much does the government understand that President Putin is conducting a hybrid war against the West? And how is the government responding to it?
Excellent question. I thank my right honourable friend, and I'm afraid he is absolutely right in what he says, and he's also right to stress the particular urgency of the situation. He's right in what he says about hybrid warfare and all the other interventions, but there is a particular crisis that we face on the border with Ukraine, where Russian troops have been massing for some time, as the House knows. And I told President Putin on Monday what I think everybody in the G7 and more widely is agreed, that if Russia were so rash, so mad as to engage in an invasion of sovereign territory of Ukraine, then there would be an extremely tough package of economic sanctions mounted by our allies, mounted by the UK and our friends around the world. There would also, of course, be support for Ukraine. There would inevitably be the build-up of NATO forces in the periphery regions. President Putin, I believe any such action would be catastrophic, not just for Russia and for Ukraine, for the world.
Tensions at the Russia-Ukraine border are showing no signs of diminishing, and the prolonged crisis has angered the West. In the latest, France has sent warnings to Russia. In case Ukraine is attacked, the Emmanuel Macron government has threatened strategic consequences. This comes after German Chancellor Olaf Scholz warned Russia in his first parliament speech as a chancellor. Scholz said that Russia will pay high price if it actually invaded Ukraine.
Now, to be clear, Russia has continuously said they did not plan on invading Ukraine. But this has not stopped the rhetoric and threats. They have been increasing the rhetoric and the threats, and the talk of conflict did not de-escalate. From all of that rhetoric, Putin then spoke out about Russia being increasingly provoked. He said if things were going to de-escalate, the West needs to provide him guarantees that certain actions were not going to be taken.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin is threatening a tough response if the West does not back down over Ukraine. Moscow has amassed tens of thousands of troops on the border with the former Soviet Republic and is demanding that NATO guarantee it never admit the country into the alliance or deploy weapons or troops there. Speaking to military officials in Moscow on Tuesday, Putin said Russia had no room for retreat.
What they do now on Ukraine territory, or they try to do, they plan to do, is happening not thousands of kilometers from our state border, but at our gates. They must understand that we have nowhere to retreat. Armed conflicts and bloodshed are absolutely not something we would choose. We do not want such a scenario. We want to solve problems using political and diplomatic tools, but also to have explicit, understandable, well-defined legal guarantees.
The US on Tuesday said it was preparing talks with Putin over his security concerns, but many of the Russian leader's demands are seen as non-starters by Washington and its partners. Karen Donfried, the US State Department's top diplomat for Europe, said Washington would continue to send military equipment and supplies to Ukraine.
President Putin openly wielding a diplomatic carrot and stick at his news conference today. New satellite images this week show Russia's continuing military escalation on Ukraine's border. But the Russian leader suggesting talks with the US are gaining traction, and war with Ukraine is not inevitable.
We don't want that. It is not our choice.
At other times, Putin sounding belligerent, directly addressing Western leaders with uncompromising demands.
You must give us the guarantees. It is up to you, and you must do this immediately, right now.
The Kremlin insists NATO abandon military activity in Eastern Europe and not admit Ukraine as a member, righting wrongs, Putin believes, from the Gorbachev era. But that draft Kremlin treaty already rejected by Washington ahead of potential negotiations in early January.
We just haven't finalized the details of those, so that's really the next step.
Meanwhile, tonight, a ceasefire reinstated in eastern Ukraine, meaning, one Ukrainian official said today, the holidays should be peaceful. The question tonight, is President Putin deliberately insisting on the impossible, forcing any talks to fail, or is he negotiating? The answer may determine war or peace in Ukraine.
The United States has rejected his calls for guarantees and continued to send supplies and equipment to Ukraine. And because they refused to make those guarantees, Russia said there's a high risk of conflict over Ukraine.
High risk of armed conflict over Ukraine, Russian Defense Ministry warns. Russia's deputy defense minister warned foreign ambassadors of a high risk of conflict between the country and its neighbor Ukraine one day after President Vladimir Putin threatened diverse military and technical responses if the West doesn't address his stated concerns. These latest messages from Moscow are the kind that have had US and other Western officials on edge that Putin will launch an assault on Ukraine, even after President Joe Biden warned him doing so would bring massive penalties.
And Putin requested another talk with Biden. This talk happened at the end of 2021.
President Biden is gearing up for a high-stakes phone call with Vladimir Putin later today as tensions escalate between the U.S. and Russia over Ukraine. The White House says Moscow requested the call. We know this will be the second time this month the two leaders have spoken. It comes as Russia says it's withdrawn about 10,000 troops from the Ukrainian border. However, that's just a fraction of the estimated 100,000 forces the country has mobilized across the region, sparking global fears of a possible invasion. For more on this, Imtiaz, what can we expect from today's call between President Biden and President Putin? Do we know why Putin requested the call?
Hey, good to talk to you. Well, officially, we've been told the two leaders will speak by phone later tonight, where they'll discuss, security talks in January that are planned between the two countries, as well as the broader situation in Europe. But what many people are hoping is that this call is going to be the beginning of a pathway to real diplomacy that can lead to a genuine de-escalation to a situation that's being described as, quote, the most dangerous it's been in 30 years.
But this talk did not bring the expected de-escalation as the reporting alluded to. So here we are in the beginning of 2022, and the rhetoric continues with Biden making more threats against Russia and speaking with Ukraine's president.
We will increase our presence in Europe with our NATO allies, and it'll be a heavy price to pay for.
And shortly after, Secretary of State Blinken makes statements preparing us for the narrative of war that is coming.
So how does Moscow explain its actions? With disinformation. It claims that Ukraine is threatening Russia, that Ukraine seeks to provoke a conflict, and that the Russian troop buildup and the tanks and heavy artillery are all purely defensive. That's like the fox saying it had to attack the henhouse because its occupants somehow pose a threat. We've seen this gaslighting before. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014, it claimed that Ukraine was the aggressor to justify pre-planned military action. No one should be surprised if Russia instigates a provocation or incident.
Yeah, he said a lot. He then went on CNN and did an interview with Jake Tapper as well, and said what was coming next was the test of the paths that this conflict could take. It's either diplomacy or conflict.
Discuss the Secretary of State, Antony Blinken. Secretary Blinken, thanks so much for joining us. Let's start on these talks beginning tomorrow in Geneva. President Putin demanding that the U.S. pull some troops back out of Eastern Europe, and rule out expanding NATO to include Ukraine. Are either of those on the negotiating table?
Neither of those is on the table, Jake, but here's where we are. There are two paths before us. There's a path of dialogue and diplomacy to try to resolve some of these differences and avoid a confrontation. The other path is confrontation and massive consequences for Russia if it renews its aggression on Ukraine. We're about to test the proposition about which path President Putin's prepared to take. We have important conversations between us starting tomorrow, as well as at NATO, as well as at the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. We're going to listen to Russia's concerns. They're going to have to listen to our concerns. If they are proceeding in good faith, we think we can make progress in addressing concerns on both sides that would reduce tensions and deal with improving security. We'll do that in close coordination with European allies and partners. We've made very clear to Russia that there's going to be nothing about Europe without Europe. But ultimately, this is up to President Putin to decide which path he's going to follow.
So over the next few days, Russia and NATO held those talks that Secretary Blinken said will be the temperature gauge to see what direction this conflict will be going.
First face-to-face talks between NATO and Russia in 2 years are underway in Brussels as they try to diffuse tensions over Russian troops massed on the Ukrainian border. Let's show you the moment the two sides arrived for that meeting, with generals and diplomats rubbing shoulders as they prepared to sit around the table. Russia's deputy foreign minister has described it as a moment of truth in relations between them. NATO members have repeatedly said they won't accept Russian demands, which include a halt to any eastward expansion of the alliance.
So how did this summit with NATO and Russia go?
The U.S. and NATO rejected demands from Russia Wednesday during talks aimed at easing tensions in Eastern Europe. Russia wants to ensure Ukraine and other former Soviet nations are prevented from joining NATO. NATO backed the U.S., saying that demand is a non-starter.
We've already seen a significant effort by Moscow to make false claims about Europe, Ukraine, and the United States in an effort to excuse Russia's behavior and potentially create a pretext for Russia to further invade Ukraine. No one should be surprised if Russia spreads disinformation about commitments that have not been made, or if Moscow goes even further and instigates something as a pretext for further destabilizing activity. As you heard from the deputy this morning, we urge everyone not to fall for Moscow's continuing disinformation.
This was not an easy discussion, but that is exactly why this meeting was so important. We had a very serious and direct exchange on the situation in and around Ukraine and the implications for European security.
Well, the U.S. and its NATO allies appear to be no closer to resolving tensions with Russia over a military buildup at the Ukrainian border. High-stakes talks in Europe this week ended in an impasse. NATO has rejected several of Russia's demands, including a promise that Ukraine never be allowed to join the alliance. Moscow hasn't made any moves to pull back its troops from the border, and the White House is warning that the threat of a military invasion remains high.
So Russia then begins military drills.
Top focus this hour. 3,000 Russian troops conducted live fire exercises in western Russia on Tuesday, including areas close to Ukraine. This is according to reports filed by Interfax news agency. The announcement of the drills came a day after Russia and the United States held talks on Moscow's security proposals in Geneva. The meeting did not reach a breakthrough. Interfax quoted the Western Military District saying exercises will take place in Smolensk region near the Belarusian border and in the Voronezh, Belgorod, Bryansk regions closer to Ukraine. It also said that 300 units of military hardware would be involved. These exercises aimed at practicing firing from armored vehicles and firearms, organizing marches during active enemy sabotage, reconnaissance activity, and equipping strongholds.
And then there was a supposed massive cyber attack on Ukraine.
A cyber attack that knocked out several government websites in Ukraine on Friday is being seen as Russia's digital shot across the bow. While the origins of the attack have not yet been confirmed, U.S. officials are warning that Moscow is sending signals and apparently following a page from its own playbook as a prelude to an invasion of Ukraine. Troops remain ready on both sides of the border.
And Ukraine has said very assuredly they believe Russia was behind the cyber attack.
You believe Russia was behind this attack?
99,9%.
So now we are in this current week of January 17th. And the week has started with pure escalation and anticipation for war, which has sparked me to put this all together. The United States has said that this Russian conflict is imminent and is set to begin within the next 30 days or so.
So, as you all have heard us say many times, we are concerned that the Russian government is preparing for an invasion in Ukraine that may result in widespread human rights violations and war crimes should diplomacy fail to meet their objectives. As part of its plans, Russia is laying the groundwork to have the option of fabricating a pretext for invasion. And we've seen this before. We saw this before leading up to 2014, just to note, including through sabotage activities and information operations, by accusing Ukraine of preparing an imminent attack against Russian forces in eastern Ukraine, and the Russian military plans to begin these activities several weeks before a military invasion, which could begin between mid-January and mid-February. Again, but where things stand right now, President Putin has created this crisis by amassing 100,000 Russian troops along Ukraine's borders. This includes moving Russian forces into Belarus recently for joint exercises and conducting additional exercises on Ukraine's eastern border. So let's be clear. Our view is this is an extremely dangerous situation. We're now at a stage where Russia could at any point launch an attack in Ukraine. And what Secretary Blinken is going to go do is highlight very clearly there is a diplomatic path forward. It is the choice of President Putin and the Russians to make whether they are going to suffer severe economic consequences or not.
Understand, what they are saying here clearly sets the stage for whoever wants to get the war started. The United States could send off the first shot, and then now, because of this story, they could easily say it was Russia on a false flag operation. And so things are escalating. And since Tuesday, the United States has been pumping out heavy propaganda about Russia being on the brink of invading Ukraine. And you see it's getting deep because other countries have jumped on this fight now, with Canada sending troops to Ukraine.
CSOR is an elite group of Canadian Special Forces operators, and a small group of them is now in Ukraine. They're looking at potential options to support the Ukrainian government and planning for the possible evacuation of Canadian diplomatic personnel. Sources tell Global News the deployment is part of an attempt by NATO to deter Russian aggression.
Russia says its embassy in Kiev is operating as usual this morning, following a New York Times report that Moscow has been evacuating the families of staff in the Ukrainian capital. The Times cited a senior Ukrainian official as saying that 18 people, mostly family members of Russian diplomats, left Ukraine on January the 5th. Dozens of others followed. A U.S. official told the Times it had that information that such evacuation was coming. This all comes amid fears that Moscow is planning to invade Ukraine, a plan that Russia has denied.
This is how we have always seen war starting. We are clearly on a track for war, and it looks like Ukraine could be the catalyst of how things get started. The war drums are beating at the same time they are bringing down the economy for its fall. How I see it playing out is that they say Russia invades Ukraine, then the United States and their allies push sanctions that kick Russia out of the SWIFT banking system.
I've also signed an executive order authorizing new measures, including sanctions to address specific harmful actions that Russia has taken against U.S. interests,
causing Russia to lose access to the United States dollar.
If they invade, they're going to pay. Their banks will not be able to deal in dollars.
Russia and China have always warned that sanctions like this would backfire against the United States. Now, from those sanctions, Russia and China would react by completely dumping our debt, which will then lead to full-scale war. That's how I see events transpiring. I mean, I could be wrong, as I often am, when trying to predict what these people are doing. But what I do know is that it's clear that all of this is leading to war and financial collapse, because they're trying to reset the world. That's why we've been seeing such a strong drop in the world stock market since the beginning of the year. If you have been paying attention, the stock market has been on a very gradual, continuous decline since the beginning of the year. And our treasury bonds are increasing in their yield, signaling that people are dumping our debt, while inflation is continuing to skyrocket. I mean, oil prices hit 7-year highs just this week. You know, on Thursday night, I received an email from Bloomberg with this headline: "The collapse has begun." I mean, it's real crazy because the majority of the people in this world don't even realize a collapse is due to happen. And Bloomberg is casually giving a headline showing that it is now underway. They are literally bringing the system down for the reset, and the general public are just completely asleep to it. When you really realize how many people are asleep to what is happening right in front of them, you really understand how things are going to turn out for the majority. Like I said earlier, the stock market has been falling since the beginning of the year. Now, the Federal Reserve is telling us that they're about to introduce a digital dollar. If you remember, I made a video about this very topic. The United States is provoking war with Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea. And the value of our currency is reducing by the day. Inflation, inflation, inflation. The word of the year is inflation. This is something that has been reported over and over and over. Do not ever expect inflation to get better, but severely worse. Please understand that while they are saying inflation, they are actually speaking about the death of fiat currencies. The fiat currency system is collapsing, and right now, inflation is the convenient word to use that makes it seem controllable. Look at what's happening in Turkey. Please note and understand that the United States knew inflation was coming when they printed all of those trillions of dollars in stimulus during the start of the pandemic. And now they're going to try to raise rates, which is why we see our 10-year yield shooting high. It is important that you are paying attention and understand these key words that they are using, because when disaster strikes, there will not be a heads-up warning for preparation. You have been made awake to these things so that you are given time to be prepared and be ready. Understand, while the United States is provoking war with Russia and trying to curb rising inflation at home, while people are dumping the debt, they are still provoking war with China over Taiwan. This situation has not de-escalated as well. It just has taken a back seat in the news because of what is happening with Russia. Beijing just admitted that they have not ruled out the use of force on Taiwan. And Taiwan has said that the military threat from China against Taiwan is very dangerous.
How serious is the military threat from China against Taiwan?
I should say that it is very serious. If you look at the military preparation on the Chinese side, they have modernized their military hardwares and their training and also their services in the last few years. And if you look at the level of their military exercises around Taiwan, either in the air or on the surface, or their missile capabilities, it's been improving tremendously in the last few years. They made a lot of investment in it, and they also openly talk about invading Taiwan. So this is a situation we see.
Then we have North Korea back at firing its missiles, accusing the United States of escalating tensions against them.
The latest North Korean missile test, conducted under the watchful eye of Kim Jong-un, was never a threat to the United States. But right after it was launched, the FAA grounded airline flights at major airports in the West, from Seattle to San Diego and from Las Vegas to Honolulu.
Hold the gate. They have a ground stop for all aircraft. Right now, they said don't let anybody move.
Full operations resumed in less than 15 minutes, and airlines reported no major delays. But there were some confused pilots and air traffic controllers.
Is it a security-related issue, or what, do we know anything?
I honestly have been given no information at this time. I've just been given information that we're in a ground stop.
The North Korean launch was immediately detected by satellites, and within minutes, the North American Air Defense Command inside Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado had determined it was not a threat to the U.S. The missile traveled 400 miles in what North Korea claimed was a test of a hypersonic missile.
News overnight, North Korea firing 2 ballistic missiles. This is the 3rd launch this month. This one happening just hours after Pyongyang accused the United States of, quote, escalating the situation with sanctions.
You, Georgia, this morning, dramatic development. South Korea confirming North Korea firing not 1 but 2 short-range ballistic missiles from an airport near the capital, Pyongyang, launching the hypersonic missiles just 4 minutes apart and landing into the waters off the coast of Japan. This is their 4th rocket launch in the last 2 weeks. No damage was reported, but this is a clear provocation and a message that the North is trying to improve its weapons and delivery systems as well as bolster the country's defenses. Now, these recent launches come after a diplomatic standoff between the U.S. and North Korea, rejecting the Biden administration's call to come back to the table without preconditions, saying Washington needs to first abandon its hostile policy.
All these things should be in your radar. But there's one last point you must be aware of and consider.
This is new this morning. We have learned in the last 30 minutes the White House is going to give away 400 million N95 masks to Americans for free. They'll hand them out at pharmacies and community health centers all around the United States. The masks will be available sometime next week. The program will be fully up and running by early February. The White House said the free masks are the largest deployment of personal protective equipment in the United States history. Right now, you can order your free at-home COVID tests online. The White House officially launching its federal website this morning. It opened up yesterday at a limited capacity for a test phase. The tests will ship to your home within 7 to 12 days. The website, covidtest.gov.
Biden has sent out free masks and free home COVID tests at a time where the feeling is that this pandemic should be going away. Or maybe the feeling of this pandemic going away is just how I feel, because all of this is just crazy stupid to me. Either way, them sending out these free tests and free masks says to me that the worst of this agenda is not over.
The 500 million, 500 million tests that are in the process of being acquired to ship to you homes for free. Today, I'm directing my team to procure an additional 500 million, additional 500 million more tests to distribute for free. I mean, 1 billion tests in total to meet future demand.
I expect the real part of this agenda to start taking place as they really start rolling out this new technology. I can't even say it today because you get censored.
This morning, as AT&T and Verizon are launching their new ultra-fast 5G wireless service nationwide.
So they have sent out the mask and the home test in anticipation for something greater. If you expect the worst from these people, when things happen, you don't allow yourself to be sucked in to their plans. I believe it is very naive thinking to believe that they are sending out free masks and free home COVID tests at a time where they believe that the whole pandemic is de-escalating and going away. I think that's naive. It is important to understand what is going on, because while all these reports are being spread, the coverage is not very comprehensive, allowing the general public to have proper expectations of what is to come. We are moving towards war, and peace will be moved from the earth. We are at the beginning of sorrows. Yahushua told us of these things to come in Matthew chapter 24. It's important to understand his warnings and what he has said. Take heed that no one deceives you, for many will come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. That's Matthew chapter 24, verses 4 through 8. Whatever happens, whether it is war, economic collapse, a high resurgence of what they call the virus, whatever it is, make preparations to be inside your homes for extended lengths of time. Make sure you have a proper supply of food and water in your home. Try to make it so that you do not need to go to the store for emergencies. I have made a video about preparing for the collapse. The link will be at the end of the video. I also have made a preparation list that you can download. That link is in the description box as well. Listen, we all must be awake and ready. That's the beauty of the power that Messiah provides us. The world is asleep, living in this strong delusion, and they can't see through the web of lies, distractions, and manipulations. But we are not asleep, and we are given understanding and discernment so that none of this is able to overcome us. These events are made to come upon us suddenly, without warning. And just like what happened when COVID suddenly came on the scene, they have plans that will be implemented to move further in this world agenda. Everyone should be very mindful of these conflicts brewing, because it will lead to a new world. You do not want to be blindsided and live not aware to the agendas that are taking hold. In order for their new world to come about, they are going to collapse this old world they have created.
Everything they built will fall! And from the ashes of their world, we'll build a better one!
This will be a reset of everything in this world. And if you're not spiritually and mentally prepared for it when it comes, you may be driven right into the darkness with them. This is a time where we live awake and focus on the promises of our Messiah. We live in his commands and do not let his day come upon us as a thief in the night. This world is moving aggressively against us all, keeping us distracted and unaware of the gravity of the situation that is coming toward us. We all must not be a part of their agenda, and we must be awake and living in strength and assurity and vigilance. Brothers and sisters, please stay awake and prepared. Stay in prayer. Stay in your faith. Stay in your convictions, resting on our Savior, who is the only one we can put our trust in. Remember, everything that is happening is all about making a world that he is completely out of. If you stay in him, resting and trusting on his promises, not living asleep to the world in front of you, you will overcome and endure over these things to come. You are now up to date on the narrative at hand. Stand up strong in your faith and be ready and be one that overcomes, because he has given you the power to do so. But take heed to yourselves, lest your hearts be weighed down with carousing, drunkenness, and cares of this life, and the day come upon you unexpectedly. For it will come as a snare on all those who dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch therefore, and pray always, that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that will come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. That's Luke chapter 21, verses 34 through 36. He told you very clearly. It is your job and duty to keep your heart and soul connected to Messiah. Keep your eyes fixed upon him, and let go of the cares of this life. Do not let his day come upon you unexpectedly, and he will take care of all that you need if you let him guide you through it all. You have been made awake and aware, so that you can right now learn to trust him and rest on him. Make that your priority and put it into action now. Rest on him and trust in him. Live your life only for him, and you will be ready. Be blessed. Praise Yah. Okay, thanks again for watching. I really hope this helps you. If this has blessed you and you think it will bless others, please don't forget to like this and share it with others. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Elohim willing, I try to upload every week. Don't forget to follow this ministry on Facebook and Instagram, as well as on my website, truthunedited.com. As always, I really would like to thank all those who support this ministry. You know who you are. Your contributions have been an extreme blessing to this ministry, and I'm very thankful for you. Thank you for being a blessing and your continued support to this mission. Okay, thanks again for watching, everyone. I love you all.
All right, big shout out to Truth Unedited, one of my favorite YouTubers on this whole entire platform. He has great truth. I thought I would share this video for you and others that may not know who Truth Unedited is. Like I said, man, I follow that guy. He has great, wonderful content. He'll definitely get you to the truth and try to keep you on the right path. And thanks Mo Smith for, you call those, you said phishing comments, whoever those people were talking about. Yeah, definitely. So if you're not subscribed to Truth Unedited, make sure you go over and subscribe to Truth Unedited's channel. I will leave a link once I close out this live stream. But I also want to remind you guys of a video that if you have not watched, which got me banned on YouTube for 2 weeks. I'm going to pull it up real quick, but I'm going to show you guys real quick, okay? Watch this video if you have not watched it. I cannot show that video on here. I will get another strike and my channel will come down. But I'm going to show you the description or where you can watch this video. Give me one moment. But yeah, I don't know where all those whack comments. You see all those crazy comments on there? Man, they be on me, man. That's crazy. All right. So I am always deleting them on Nappies and Awaken. Yeah, they stay on our channels, man. They kept us suppressed. If you're a targeted individual, they kept us suppressed all this time so that they can run their plan, so we wouldn't be effective in awakening people. Especially these sleep people. You walk into Walmart, you can just see how sleeping just so unaware of what's about to happen to them. You can just look them in their eyes. People are just zombies, just walking into the death. Don't even see it coming. But targeted individuals, empowered individuals know what's coming. I see it coming. You can see it coming a mile away, you know? And I'm gonna share this. I want you guys to really check this out. Or whoever's watching, it doesn't matter. It's also for the recording. So, but look, it's gonna be on my channel. All right. You're gonna go. Wow, we got 10 people watching. That's cool. That's a video I'm doing right now. I'm gonna show you guys the video that's under. So you're gonna go to videos. And I'm telling you, this video got me a strike, so I know this is true. This video right here. I'm even gonna click on it real quick. I'm not gonna play it, but it's this video right here I did. It's called Coming of the Son of Man. Great video, by the way. Well, it's crazy. It's only got 190 views, but hey, I tried, you know. Well, whatever. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, make sure you watch it. But in the description box, if you go right here, can everybody see this? Let me make sure. Hold on. Make sure everybody can see this. Probably can. I'm on the screen. Okay. All right. So yeah, make sure you go over here. And this link right here, can you see this? This is the video that you need to watch. I don't care what you do in your whole entire life. I got banned. I got a strike for this video. If you truly are a supporter, if you follow my channel, you've been watching my content, you know that I don't care nothing about this popularity contest on YouTube. I don't care nothing about these views, these likes. I care more about your soul and what's about to happen to the lost people and to people that don't take heed to the warning that the Most High has for you. So watch this video right here, okay? All you gotta do is go to this video. It's called Coming of the Son of Man. Come down here. I don't care if you watch the video or not. But then you come down and you click in this description box right here and click on this video right here. And go watch that video. That's going to give you, you're going to have if you watch that video, it'll give you, make sure, I don't know if I can even put a link up for that video. Matter of fact, I think I can. You put that link in the comment section? Awesome. Who need a wrench? I'm not giving nobody else no wrench because I had infiltrators on my channel. They were deleting people's comments. People were stopped. I like this video though. I did good on this video. Hey. Hold on. All right, let me stop. I'll start kicking into my That was a good video. I like that video. Make sure y'all go back and watch that video. It's a good video. Anyway. Hey, Alicia Watson. I'm not on camera right now because I look like trash right now. You hear me? I'm in transition I'm still putting the pieces together, but I'm working on my second film. So I won't be announcing what it is and all that yet, but it's going to be a really good film. If we still alive, you know what I'm saying? This Russian stuff is going on. It's going on real thick. She said, yeah, post a link. Did you post a link in there? Do I got you?
Yeah. I mean, it won't, like, you can't click on it for some reason.
Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? I don't see it. Oh, Phenomenal. I thought you left Phenomenal. Because on the other video, it only said 2 people was on here. So I wasn't tripping. I'm glad y'all watched that. Make sure y'all subscribe to Truth Unedited for real. Okay. Thank you. Subscribe to Truth Unedited. Let's see. I don't see your link. Where's the link? I don't see it.
It's just not, for some reason, it's not popping up to like be able to click on it. I even put Truth Unedited in there, and it's not highlighted. Put Truth Unedited.
I don't see it. I don't see it. So let me go back and highlight it myself.
I'm getting deleted.
Who's deleting you?
I don't know.
What?
I posted Truth Unedited link. It's not in here.
Hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
Hold on.
Right after I put thank you for sharing, I have posted Truth Unedited.
It's probably, hold on. Let me look. I have to look at it real quick. Hold on. I don't think I got you on there blocked. I don't think so.
Because when I exit out of it, my stuff is still.
Well, somebody's doing that, and I have to go look at it. So give me a second, okay? Yeah, because this is very important. I mean, like this is the end, and this is it. This is the moment we all been waiting for. The accumulation of they BS. They've been suppressing the targets because they know that the targeted individuals, empowered individuals, will be the ones to wake up the masses. They didn't want that, so they oppressed us. But some of us fought through it and still woke people up. So, I mean, it really didn't work. So, let's see. What do you mean? It's not even, you're not blocked. I don't think you're not blocked, I don't think. So I don't have no moderators on my channel, so who's going to block it? Who's going to do that? You need to post something else. Anything. Let's see if it gets taken down. Oh, I never put her on there. I liked her. I don't see your name on the block list. Wow, 42 more. I blocked a lot of people. Let's see. You don't see your name on there? I'm talking about in the chat. What do you mean somebody's blocking you then?
You said you couldn't see the link, and that's what I was saying. Like, it's right there. See?
Oh, this one's blocked. Oh. Yeah, that one's blocked.
That's not the one I'm on a highest purpose.
It's not on there. I don't see it.
Let me see.
Let's make sure we get these links up there. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to Truth Unedited, go subscribe to his channel, please. That is my favorite YouTuber. I know I keep saying it, but the reason why he's my favorite, man, dude is just real, man. He keep it real, bro. He ain't on here for no popularity. He ain't trying to be YouTube famous. He just trying to save somebody's soul, man. That's what I like about him. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm about to put up Truth Unedited. Type the title of the video. We'll find it. Where? All I see is this. Highest purpose. You put the link. So once you send the link to my messages, and then I can copy and paste it and put it up here myself. Because they don't want people to see this video. Deborah, I'm sorry. I had to take you off as a moderator because something was going on where people's comments were getting removed. So I just took everybody off. And that way, you know, I ain't got none of that. Also I found out who's mirroring my phone too. I found out who's mirroring my phone and everything too. So some dude named Richard out at Denver, Colorado. Yeah, some dude named Richard out of Denver, Colorado. So my phone is mirrored. They see everything I do. Like I'll go, let's say to a government, let's say to a Domino, let's say like Domino's, like delivery. Instead of it being the location where I'm at, it pulls up the location where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to More Than a Conqueror earlier. And let me see. This should pull up. And he taught me a way to do that. So I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, all you gotta do is send it to my messages. It's already on my computer, so I can just copy and paste it. Yeah. People got to get that. People got to definitely get why so Deborah Jackson, please in the comments tell these people to watch that video I'm about to put up that I already told you about. Tell these people that the video that I got banned on a strike for 2 weeks when I did it on, I put it on a live and I went on, you know, I stuck my neck out, you know what I'm saying, to try to save as many souls as I can because I know it's coming. Is there a link to it? Copy. Okay, yeah, send that to me. I just posted it the full video. Good. What video was that? Phenomenal. The video I'm talking about. You posted the full video on your YouTube? What video? I know you ain't put that video on YouTube, the one I'm talking about. Because they gave me a strike quick. What? I'm gonna check Phenomenal pay. Ain't no way you put that on YouTube and you ain't getting no strike or nothing. You just did it. You better take that. You gonna get a strike. What video? Is that the video? I don't see it on her page. Pay attention. No, she said she just posted it. She said she just posted it today. Did you send me the link to that video yet? Or send me the Truth Unedited. All right, to my message.
See, it's the same things happened to her. She posted the link in your chat. Y'all can't see it. It's the same thing happening. They're not allowing you to
so they're blocking that link out.
You can't. It's not even just that link. It's any link. Like I'm about to go to your video and post one.
They're blocking any link on my channel?
Yeah, I'm about to try one of her videos.
In the chat? What?
I'm about to try it. Let me see.
Yeah, your so-called message didn't come through.
We've been having issues with that too. So let me try email.
Oh, this is crazy. I'm just going to go to it myself and try to copy it. Say Awakening UK got a strike video about Pentagon USA making a Vanessa against the yeah, that's what the video's about. That's what the video's about. Hold on, she said in your chat, y'all can't see it. What?
Okay, that's that one.
They block can't post comments to some destinations. Learn more. What? YouTube chat platform. What's this? Read post. Groups. Okay, well, I'll just put it back up on the screen. And if you can go to my it's right on my video. I'll put it back up.
Yeah, they're not allowing no links.
They're not allowing. Oh, they greasy.
So I even just posted her channel, and it's still not popping.
Oh, they greasy. Hold on, my video's still going. Hold on. This is a great video, by the way. Make sure we get the views up on this video. Oh yeah, I finally. It only took me 2.5 months to make it to 700 subscribers. Can I get a round of applause? You know how hard. Can I get a round of applause, please? It took me about 2.5 months just to make it to 700 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Oh, it took forever. Oh. But yeah, hold on. I'm sharing my screen. Hold on. Yeah, it took me a long time. Sheesh. You know it's gonna take me at least two years to get to 1,000. They don't want none of this truth out. They stopping the post. All right, so as you can see, I can't click this. All right, I cannot click this. I want to click it right now, but come to this video. Whoever's watching, it's called "The Coming of the Son of Man." Okay, click on this actual video. I don't care if you watch the video, but if you're there, go ahead and hit that like button right there. It's 28 likes on here. I need some more likes so we can spread this truth right here. And then you come down here, okay? And this link is right here. You just click it and go watch. I promise you. And after you watch this video, tell everybody you know to watch this video. When I'm literally telling, because can I get some back support on this video that people that watched this video already? Can I get somebody in the comments to really, really push this video right now to other people that have not watched this video? Could you please recommend people watch this video, please? I mean, and if you watch the video, and if you just watch the video from Truth and Unedited, everything is lining up with exactly what that video is talking about. Am I lying?
No.
Am I lying? Deb, am I lying? Deb, am I lying? Oh man, if you're a target individual, ain't nobody afraid to die at this point. That's one of their main tactics is fear tactics. Ain't nobody afraid to die at this point, bro. I'm ready. I just want to love. That's why I titled this live stream "Love While You Still Have a Chance to." Just love and forgive these people, man. What does the thumbnail describe, please? What is the thumbnail? That thumbnail was fire, I thought.
Oh, I love that.
I'll describe it real quick. Coming of the Son of Man, okay, is the video. And then click the video, press the description, go watch that video. I don't care. I'm not getting no views for none of that. I'm not getting no accolade. I just want to help y'all, man. If you watch that video, if you just watch this live stream video, you'll see it all coming together and the predictions and what them people said in that video. He said it was going to happen around this time on this year. And it's happening. I'm not saying that these people are pre-planned. I'm pretty sure they're all in on it and it's pre-planned and everything. But it's still going to affect your life. It's still going to affect our lives. It's not like it's going it's not like it's going to be all good. You know, if you're not saved or you're not enduring to the end, if you're not repenting and stuff and, you know, still keeping the faith. Like I'm no lie. Like I had to repent the other day myself. I had a bad night. The buses stopped running. I got stranded somewhere and I had to sleep outside. It was really cold. And I was just started to like question the Most High because I was like, man, why does this stuff always happen to me? I'm out here shivering. It's cold. Like I started like, why do you keep putting me through this? But I had no business questioning the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because what it did was make me a stronger man. It gave me even more purpose to get up and keep fighting. And so he quickly shut my mouth up, you know. So even when you get knocked down, y'all get knocked down out there, you're going through some stuff, keep getting back up, man. Keep getting back up and keep going through it. Cause we ain't no quitters. Obviously, we still here, we still making it. We ain't gave into the street theater or nothing like that. We ain't gave into their little plans and their plots. So we gotta keep surviving, man. Let's just keep enduring. But yeah, I'll emphasize it again. Go watch that video. Okay, I'm done talking about it. It's right there. It is right there on the screen. Okay, so she wanted me to explain the thumbnail. Okay, so I created the thumbnail. If anybody other creators on here use Canva, I use Canva to create my thumbnails now. I'm not a hater. If you watch my last video, the real reason why they hate you, I ain't a hater. I want to give you all my secrets so that you could be successful. You know what I'm saying? I use Power Director to edit my videos. I use Power Director to edit my film I did. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a content creator, pick up Power Director. And you got to actually pay for it to unlock all the features that it can give you. It has a lot of features. It's really dope. All right. But anyway, so let me go back to this thumbnail she's talking about. Hold on. Do I go back on this stuff? I'm trying to work it out. Hold on. But yeah, I kind of eased off of Facebook a while because I'm still trying to get my stuff. I'm just trying to get my. I guess I'm just working on something else for myself as well. Oh yeah. So all right. So the thumbnail. It's the 12 tribes of Israel. nuclear war, chaos, riots, the Black Messiah, Yeshaya, you know what I'm saying? Or in English, Jesus Christ. He is black. And then it's just a lot of chaos and confusion. That thumbnail is an exact representation of what's going on right now in this society. You know what I'm saying? And you got the Son of Man. He looking at all of it like, wow, it's really popping off. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, but I use Canva to do all these thumbnails. I try to, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to do something nice and different. I don't know, who cares, you know? Something that's gonna grab your attention and save a soul, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 12 tribes of Israel. I didn't notice that. I did notice that. Congratulations. What was you talking about, Alicia? It has the Messiah on it and an explosion. Yeah, hold on, let me stop this screen. Yeah, check me out though, man. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Support me, man. I'm working really hard on trying to come up with a new format. I'm creating a new format for my channel, so I probably won't be on here as much, but I still want to implement, you know what I mean, what I do as far as a content creator and try to help people to understand that hell is going on out here. I'm still gonna have that same, you know what I'm saying? I like using clips. I got somebody hit me up on my Facebook today. I was like, man, where you be getting all these videos from? I was like, I don't watch TV, man. All I do is like study and watch. You know, I just be studying and watching the truth, looking out for the truth, you know. Television is for me, I'm good. If I do watch television, it's like the first 48 or something. Like, I want to know what the hell going on, you know. But I came across this YouTuber, right? And this dude, like, he be doing hidden cameras, like setting people up and stuff. And I believe when I bring it out to y'all, when I dissect it, the dude basically be setting up people or whatever. Like let's say a dude don't trust his girlfriend. Well, he'll set her up and like to some street theater type of thing. Matter of fact, let's take a look at it right now. Let's take a look at one of his videos. I'm gonna explain it to you as we're watching it. But I'm gonna do a video on it later on, like in depth though. Hold on, let's check it out. Let's go to history. That's a dope video. That's real dope. Dope video. Oh, it's the Chiefs. Shout out to Tony H. Watched her video earlier. Shout out to Tony H. All right, yeah. So we'll check this dude. We'll check this one out. No, I'm not hate. It's not that I'm not hating at all. Let me put the disclaimer up here. So I'm not hating on this guy or nothing like that. I'm not hating on this guy. I'm not trying to down him or anything. I actually love his content. He's a great content creator. He does a really good job with his with his filmmaking crew and everything. He's awesome. But what I noticed about this right here was, and I'm gonna give y'all a short brief clip of it and we'll go back over it. But if you guys want to check out his channel, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's called UDY. He got like he be getting millions and millions of views on these videos. I was just watching it. And let's check it out.
This is the homie Nick right here. Nick, you want to tell the beautiful people what you do? I'm an entrepreneur, investor, marketer. Basically, Nick makes bank. Today, we're going to be using his $175,000 2018 BMW i8 for phase 1. Excuse me? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be weird. I'm just like dying. I ran like 3 miles. Can I get a sip of water, please?
Oh,
Small
sure,
sip.
sure. No, you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Hey, actually, what are you doing right now? Wait, what is he doing? What?
Why the fuck she got in the car, son? Why the fuck she got in the car, son?
Hello?
Where you at? You left my jacket on the bench. Where you at?
Came up, I had to leave.
What came up?
It's just something with my mom, okay? My mom called me and something happened and I just have to take care of it, okay?
That bitch really lied to me. I want to keep this shit going. I don't want to catch her looking stupid.
This has been our first contact with Nick since phase 1. Yancey just wants to be sure that the reason Nick asked Alyssa to get into the car were for test purposes only.
So she got into the car because she wanted the water.
Yeah.
But it was just for the test. You had no intent.
Yeah, exactly. A handshake now settles the beef and we are good to move on to phase number 2.
Don't
Don't mind my dog.
So are you from LA?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Lived here my whole life.
Do you understand that you cannot touch? What's his
Bro,
face?
I ain't touching no one. I promise you, I ain't touching no one.
Okay.
Hey, let's just actually go out there.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm just gonna be super upfront. You should guys.
All right, so like the reason why I'm showing is right. Okay, so they basically this guy here, he like basically sets they make this elaborate scheme to entice another man's girlfriend to test to see if she'll be loyal to him or not. The reason why I'm even talking about how this can correlate to gang stalking, street theater, is that these gang stalkers and perps do the same thing to us. They'll sit up and make plots and plans on how to get us set up and put up in a situation. You know what I'm saying? If that even makes sense. Am I making sense? Can I get some comments in the comment section? Am I making sense? Is anybody following what I'm talking about? Like, does it make sense? Can you hear me? Is my mic on? I don't even know if my mic's on or not. Okay. Okay. Hold on. What? Hold on. Am I making? Is this making sense? Do I need to explain it? Okay. So hold on. All right. So they basically are setting up people behind the scenes, and then they run a whole skit on that person. That person has no idea that it's all fake. It's not real. And the person has to, but their reaction to it is real, if that makes sense. So if they decide to mess with the dude, or they decide to say, no, I have a boyfriend or I have a girlfriend, then they'll pass the test. So that's the same thing they doing with us with the street theater. Let me go ahead and press play real quick just to watch a little bit more clear. I ain't trying to get no copyright or nothing. I'm gonna play a little bit more of it. Hold on.
Kiss.
We should kiss.
I just met you.
Your boy is going too far.
Maybe he is, but again, like we saw this coming since phase one. She jumped into a car with a stranger.
He ain't about to kiss her, bro.
You want to go stop it now? If you want to go stop it now,
I want to see if she's gonna kiss him.
She's obviously going to kiss him.
She ain't saying nothing yet. She ain't saying nothing yet.
Otherwise, she would have said no. They're kissing. Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's good? What's good, Alyssa? You want to tell me why you traded me for another guy? Are you fucking stupid?
Hey, Alyssa, my name is Sergio. I just want to let you know this entire thing was actually all a test and everything. And the truth is that Nick is just a decoy that we used to see if he would end up trading Yancey for him and stuff.
After all the fucking time and money I spent on you, you want to tell me why you with this dude?
Jesus Christ, calm the fuck down.
Now I'm not gonna calm down. Fuck that. Don't tell me what.
Calm the fuck down. I don't want to talk.
Okay. All right. So I won't get a copyright strike or nothing like that. All right. So, but you kind of get the gist of it. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically what's happening with targeted individuals. They setting up an elaborate scheme, whether it's with honeypots, whether it's with anything to get you in a certain scenario, a situation. And then they play a whole rolling act. So, I definitely suggest you guys go over, check the guy out, check his channel out. Now, it's a lot of cussing. These people are worldly. I get it. But if you're not mature, you're not mature. I mean, if you're not mature enough to listen to it and not let it, you know what I'm saying, become a part of you, then I'll get it or whatever. But if you actually go back, I'm going to do a video on it too. If you go back and watch how they set people up, then you can get an insight on how gang stalking and these agents operate as well, because they do the same thing. They make these skits. So, anyway, I digress. Whatever. But I thank all you guys for still staying subscribed to my channel. Again, I finally made it to 700 subscribers. I'm so happy. I don't think I've had a chance to make an announcement about that yet with me editing the film and all that. But finally, there's a big accomplishment. I mean, even though it's like small accomplishment. You know, but hey, for me, it took me a long time to get there. So thank you all for sharing my videos and supporting. I have more content coming, live streams and all that. I got a lot going on, my little targeted individual life, but my life's going pretty good though. So life is going pretty good. I mean, it could be better, but hey, you know what it is. Shout out to Mr. Brooks, bro. I'll be watching your video. Shout out to Tony H. Shout out to Alicia Watson for telling me not to go rogue. She thought I was just gonna quit YouTube. Shout out to Deborah, Mo Smith, phenomenal, and all the haters. You know what I'm saying? Every last hater, I appreciate all y'all. You know what I'm saying? All the haters that hated on me from the beginning, spreading slander. I appreciate you, fam. Good looking. And special shout out to our highest purpose. Appreciate you as well, too. Being my good friends, man. If this is my last time ever talking to y'all, if anything happens after this day with the wars and everything going on, just know that I'm going to see you in heaven and I love you. We're not afraid to die, to be absent of the bodies, to be present with the Lord. So no one's afraid. It's good to just be prepared for what's to come. These people are truly evil. Absolutely devils. So all praises to the Most High, man. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna probably drop a video I've been wanting to drop. I got the content for it, but you know, I'm just trying to tread lightly because one more strike, it's my ass. So you know how that go. For real. But make sure you subscribe to my backup channel, G Rock the Israelite Reloaded. You know, just in case it does go up in flames. But I'm gonna end this live stream on a positive note. I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. I hope y'all ain't letting these people get to y'all. Thank you for watching my channel, man. I'll be right back. I don't know when, but I'll be back sometime. I love you all. Shalom. All right. Have a good one. I'm out. All right. Oh, one more thing before I go. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out, please. I mean, it really helps. You know what I'm saying? All right.